protein that's extremely sustainable.
And delicious.
And delicious.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody got
Don't
to try
forget
some.
that. And you brought your mom here tonight, too,
Yeah.
so thank you both for
Pan
being
Patron's
here.
in the crowd. From Chicago. And we're actually heading to the airport now.
Oh, okay. Well, safe travels. We'll send you off with the salad. Take one, seriously. Take one for the road.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming, Chad.
Thank you.
All right. Let's bring up first course. I think we're hungry, so we're going to do the first course. Chef Christopher. Oh, wait, what was that?
We are going to do the first.
You are going to do the first. Chef Christopher Moore, Chef Jesper.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
I'm handing it off to the stars. I don't need it.
That was the first mistake of the evening.
These guys, first of all, these guys are so involved in the community. Chef Jesper, and this is a little, I don't like to give him accolades all the time because he's actually a friend of mine. 5 years ago, I came up with this crazy idea. I've been in broadcasting for 20 years. And I said, Jesper, I'm tired of talking about politics. Everybody's full of, I want to talk about what matters, our community, food and beverage. And I said to Jesper, would you legitimize this crazy show on a Saturday by being the chef, the other voice? So one of the founding fathers of the Modern Eater, Chef Jesper Janssen, this wouldn't have taken off without him, truly wouldn't have. And then another gentleman, we've grown to love him because he's always here. We love what Christopher Moore does. Chef Christopher Moore, a pillar of this community, a great chef, and your skills are just transcend through everything. So I appreciate both of these chefs, and they're collaborating on the first two dishes. So chefs, go at it. What's the first dish? And let's start putting them out, guys.
Well, first of all, I would like to give credit here to my good friend here, Christopher Moore, because he's actually the one who put these dishes together for us. So we are using our gluten-free bread tonight and as an Italian salad. It's very peasant-inspired, and then sort of a caprese twist to it.
So John Irvin's gluten-free things, gluten-free bread, and we made a panzanella salad, which is a classic Italian bread salad. Little citrus vinaigrette, greens, grilled Palisade peaches, and then we put burrata. If you're not sure what burrata is, when you make to make burrata, when you're pulling fresh mozzarella curd, you make like a sheet, and then you dip your hand into the curd and put curd in the middle of it and make a ball out of it and pinch it off. So it's a burrata salad with grilled peach and gluten-free panzanella bread. As a chef, out of all the gluten-free products I've ever tried, John Irvin's products are probably by far the best. His chocolate chip cookie dough is like, just, you can't tell the difference between that and like an Otis Spunkmeyer, I swear to God. Because I've had gluten-free cookies that taste like sawdust. So there's that. So I hope you guys enjoy the first course. And I believe they're paired with brews.
Yes, brews beers. We'll be hearing from the distiller and the brewer in the next laydown of dishes. But Colleen, I want to first of all, thank you, chefs, for the first two courses.
Thank you,
Christopher Moore and Chef Jesper Janssen. Colleen.
This is a little personal story. Chef Jesper was the first chef I met when I came to Colorado 6 years ago. We had to do an interview with him on the TV station, and I pulled you in, and you have been such a supporter ever since of everything that I've ever done, and I love you. You were like family to me, and that's what we want. We want you guys to realize chefs are family. They cook for their families, but they become your family too when you're in their restaurants.
Well, I want to just quickly, look at this.
I know.
The chefs are laying down dishes. They're helping each other.
It's family.
This is family. This is community. Welcome into our family and our community. Thank you so much. We're going to turn the music up. It's hot in the kitchen. Colleen, you don't sweat. I do. I got to get out of the kitchen. Enjoy the first course. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, brother. Great job.
We dropped down there.
you're just tuning in to the Modern Eater Facebook page, you're seeing Summer Dinner Series Week 7 with the ACF Colorado Chefs Association. 7 different chefs cooking for you tonight, but not you necessarily unless you're watching this later, in which case it can be you. Chefs tonight, the first 2 courses, Chef Jesper Janssen and Christopher Moore. Jesper is with the Hyatt Regency in Aurora. Chef Christopher Moore is with Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink, and of course, they're both ACF Colorado Chefs Association chefs. The next course is Chef Samantha New from ACF Culinary and Chef Brandon Becker from Cirque Kitchen, and also ACF chefs. Main course tonight with Chef Michael Pumpan from the Ritz-Carlton Denver. Main course, he's serving up lamb from Harper Feeders. Delicious, delicious. I picked the lamb up myself. Can't wait to try it. The dessert course, a couple of chefs by the name of Emma Nemechek with the Omni Interlaken Resorts, and the one and only Chef David Lewis from Miette et Chocolat. And you're welcome, David, for saying that with a terrible accent. So that's Summer Dinner Series Week 7. Next week, the final week of the Summer Dinner Series, Week 8, with Chef Justin Brunson from Old Major. A few other restaurants, River Bear American Meats. That dinner's totally sold out. So I would tell you, hey, make sure you get tickets. But you can't because there are no tickets. Sorry about that. As always, next year. Now let's listen to some ambient noise.
Wow, 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 wow. What did you guys think of that first course? That's what we like to hear. First course, thank you so much. And gluten-free things in Arvada. It's a dedicated gluten-free bakery. You've heard from John Irvin. Truly, if you know anybody that's gluten-free or celiac, have them go up to gluten-free things in Arvada. They will cry when you put some of this new bread back on your menu. So moving forward, you guys, cocktail hour was pretty good, or was it great? We love to pair beer and learn about beer, and we have one of the finest here with us tonight. He hails from Brews Beers in Midtown. They're a growing brewery and about to open up a satellite tap room on Colfax and York. Yes. But right now I'd like to introduce you to, because Charlie Gottenkinney mindfully pairs out each course with a different beer. There's a rhyme to the riddle. And Charlie Gottenkinney, please, let's hear it for Charlie Gottenkinney from Brews Beers.
Thank you.
Charlie, you did some beer pairings tonight. The first course was what? Because that's a delicious beer that I love.
So the first course was a beer called Pitter Potter, which is kind of a goofy name, but a Potter's beer. It's like P-A-T-E-R, father or priest or monk. And so what would happen traditionally in Belgian monastery breweries, and there are quite a few of those, they would make a strong beer, and then they would rinse the grain again because there's still a lot of residual sugar left in it, and they would end up with a second runnings beer, which was a lighter beer called a Potter's beer. And that's what you drank tonight. We actually made a triple, which you're going to have with the next, not the next course, but the one after that, the middle course, and we ended up making the Potter's beer, you know, as a byproduct of that, if you will. But it's a very traditional process, and this is what they serve the monks on the table at dinner time and all of that. So that's what was in your glass. That's why it was so pale and light, and that's actually been a very popular beer for us this summer because it's perfect for hot weather and cold beer.
Would our patron monk saint right there, would he have served some of this beer?
Absolutely.
I think he would have, Charlie. Brews Beers. So in Midtown, Brews Beers is a full-service brewery. It's got a tap room. They're doing beer for production. They have a lot of delicious beer, but Belgian-style beers. Can you just give a minute on Belgian style?
Sure, Belgian style. So Belgian beer culture is one of the strongest beer cultures in the world. This is a country the size of Maryland that makes over 800 beers at any given time. You can hardly go down the street without running into a brewery, and so this was inspiration for us. We figured we'd never run out of stuff to brew if we stuck with Belgian beers, and we love them. So what's interesting about them, they're made with a special kind of yeast, and there are a lot of different yeasts that are used to give them part of the flavor profile. They're made with a lot of ingredients, so the Belgians were the first to use spices and fruits and stuff in the beer. The Germans were having none of that. Germans were very strict, 4 ingredients, that's it, you know. If you don't like it, leave. And the Belgians, on the other hand, were just the opposite. They're like, hey, Klaus, look what we're putting into this one. So anyway, that's where their culture came out. But they are one of the strongest beer cultures in the world. We just went on a trip back in May, 10 days of cruising through Belgium to breweries and bars and you name it. And it was all things beer, and it was a lot of fun. Took a busload of people, about 46 people, and we're going to be doing that again. I'm not sure if we'll do it this next spring, but certainly by the following one, and definitely worth going to. So we're about to get into another course, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about the beer that goes with that because it's another monk's beer. There's a brewery, which is my favorite brewery in the world, called Orval, the Abbey of Notre Dame du Orval. And Orval is a very unique Trappist-style beer. Not Trappist style, it's a Trappist beer. It's run by monks. Monks are in there making the beer, and it's kind of an orange color and very unique in flavor. And they make a beer for their monks as well that's about 5% alcohol instead of the usual 7% or so, 6.8. And so we have duplicated this because we like it so much. And one of the things, it's called Florinville. And Florinville is the little town where Orval is located. And Florinville is an orange beer. It has a taste a little bit like orange marmalade, and there's a lemony tartness to it that comes from wild yeast. So there's no lemons, no fruit in it. Very simple ingredients, but very complex flavor from a combination of wild and cultured yeasts that they use for this. They only sell it in one place in the entire world, which is a cafe about 100 yards from the monastery. And we liked it so much, we decided to make our own version of it. We think we nailed it pretty well, but it should go very nicely with this next course, which is sausages and some other amazing looking stuff on that plate.
And cheers to Brews Beers. Charlie Gottenkinney. Truly, thank you so much, Charlie Gottenkinney. Brews Beers. I must be a complete geek because this is what I live for. It makes the beer taste that much more delicious when I hear a story. I don't know if that's just me, but when you hear the story about the food and the beverage, it just all makes sense, and you're really, truly embarking upon an experience right now. Not just eating food, not just drinking beer, but an experience and the stories behind the beer. And we want to give you a lot more of that tonight. And this is a guy, Dustin Evans, Rocker Spirits. Come on up here, Dustin. Rocker Spirits, let's hear it. How are the cocktails this evening, you guys? That's the tip of the iceberg. And as you meet Dustin Evans, you want to talk about passion. The modern eater, we have so much passion for the people that we work with, for the food, the purveyors, the beverages, where it comes from. But it comes from being in line with gentlemen like Charlie, like Dustin. And I want to bring to the forefront right now to talk about this great local distillery in Littleton, Colorado. It's Rocker Spirits. He's my friend, and he's about to be yours because I want you to go see him often. Dustin Evans, Rocker Spirits. Take it away, my friend.
Well, thanks everybody for coming out and supporting this show and supporting the people that are the workhorses and the people behind it, because I always start everything by saying thank you for your time. One of the most precious things we all have and limited source is time. You took your time out of your day to come and hang with us and drink, eat, and be merry. So thank you for doing that and supporting the Culinary Chefs Foundation. So, you know, I got involved in this and not knowing what it was really going to be about. And if you've met Greg, you kind of know when you first meet him, you don't know what this is all going to be about. But anyhow, I got involved in this, and I grew up in a small community in Montana. I'm a small town kid. My dad was a milkman, and we supplied milk to 2 counties. My school, my class was 46 people. And so community means something to me. And when I got involved in this, it was just obvious the community of people that produce the corn, the wheat, and the rye that make our whiskey is local here. It's a 112-year-old family farm. The people who provide the food that we're eating tonight, it's local. And a lot of us can easily forget where all that comes from. We get caught up in our day-to-day lives and we forget all the people that make this possible and the livelihood and the risk that they all take to be entrepreneurs and business people and chase after their passion of being self-employed or creating something. And so I just fell in love with the concept of this idea, and I wanted to support it. And it is given back to me as I've given to it. So thank you guys for doing that for this. A story, Charlie. You tell a story. I got to tell a story. Anybody know what bourbon is? All right, you're stepping off a steep slope. What is bourbon? That is correct. That's one of 6 things it has to be. Has to be made. It has to be aged in, that's correct. That's correct. This guy's marching down the list. Two years. Straight bourbon. Yeah. Does not. All right. Hey, he did his job. Everybody buy him a drink. So, bourbon is a whiskey made in America. Scotch is a whiskey. Irish whiskey. Canadian whiskey. Tequila has to be made in Mexico. Well, when we became a sovereign country, all our founding fathers sat around and said, all right, what are we going to do to make an American whiskey? Well, the first thing they said is, well, let's name it. And how about we name it after that county down there in Kentucky where most of it's being made? Bourbon County, Kentucky. And Bourbon County was a land grant to a French-Canadian family that helped finance the war effort. And their name was Bourbon. We pronounce it Bourbon. That is why it's called Bourbon County. That was their land grant. So they called it bourbon. And then, yes, it has to be 51% corn or greater in mash. The rest can be more corn, it can be wheat, it can be rye. Our bourbon is 70% corn, 30% wheat. And I know it was a deal. You got all that corn on your land. I'm going to hook you up. You got all that white oak out on your land? Every barrel has to be a brand new, virgin, never been used white oak barrel. Then it cannot be distilled over 160 proof, because the higher you distill it, the cleaner the product is. So vodka has to be distilled at 191 proof. It goes through 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 plates of distillation, because you're trying to strip out all that corn, that wheat, that potato flavor. You're trying to create a grain neutral spirit, a spirit that has very little odor, very little taste. They said, not with our whiskey. We want to leave behind that corn, that wheat, that rye flavor. So you can't distill it over 160 proof. Goes into that white oak barrel, and it has to be bottled above 80 proof. That's bourbon. If we miss one step of that, it's whiskey. Yes, sir. That's true. Yeah, you can't back sweeten it or color it with anything. So the barrel is 100% responsible for the color and 50% of the flavor. Okay? So, and Charlie knows this, and I've said it before. We make what beer wants to be when it grows up, whiskey. But I love the fellowship of this industry. That's why I'm here. I've been self-employed for many years, and I just didn't enjoy what I was doing anymore with some of the industry. And I looked at this industry and I said, I love the people. I love the passion. So our tagline for Rocker Spirit is forged with passion, infused with American spirit, because I love this country. I love what we are. I love the manufacturing and the industrial era of our country when we used to make everything here. And I wish we were that country again. So I designed this bottle. Our bottle is designed after a 1930s oil can. You tip it over to pour it out. You let go of it, and it rocks back up. It's going downhill, but it will rock back up to its base. And that's where our name comes. It will not tip over. But that's why we're called Rocker. And we're in old downtown Littleton, 5587 South Hill. We got a 5,000 square foot facility down there, a 2,000 square foot cocktail program going, tasting. I've got 2 nationally acclaimed bartenders that create some of these cocktails you've tasted. Come down, hang out with us. We do all our barrel aging, distillation right on site. And we know how to turn it up and have a good time. So come out and see us. Thanks for coming again. Support Rocker.
That's Dustin. Dustin, thank you, my man. I love this guy, and truly,
it's hot back here.
It is hot back here. I'm not sweating for no reason. Dustin Evans, thank you, Rocker Spirits in Littleton. As we continue into this next course, and we'll hand it over to the chefs to describe this course for us, but truly, what you're going to see inside of this course is some locally sourced sausage. Spicy Italian sausage from Rome Sausage. They're a brand that believes that you should have the meat that you should have. No guts or butts or snouts or anything else. Christopher Moore, this dish is going to be a bang-up dish. It looks delicious. Describe what we have.
So we were thinking classic summer grilling. Rome's, they provided me with, they don't make chorizo link, so all their chorizo is bulk. So I had to make like a little meatball out of it. And the idea is things that you compare with sausage when you're grilling. So spicy Italian sausage on your right, that's got a lemon braised fennel. Fennel and lemon go really well together. Think of it like a slaw, or think of it more like a candied fennel. It's either way, it's really good. A little cherry heirloom tomato jam to go with both. The chorizo itself is fairly spicy. I'll give you that heads up right now. It is sitting on top of a roasted corn polenta. We took Olathe sweet corn and charred it on the grill, added it into the polenta, a little bit of goat cheese to cut the heat of the chorizo. So really good, light, fairly light summer eating, something you'd have maybe as a main course. But please enjoy, and it'll go really good with that beer. Jesper, you got anything?
What he just said. No, enjoy your dinner, please. Thank you.
Okay, enjoy this course. Next up, we're going to bring in 2 new chefs, and I think they've got kind of a fan base with them here tonight. Next up will be Chef Sam New and Chef Brandon Becker. And a lot of people looking forward to that. And then we're going to talk to Aspen Baking Company and Hollis Casey. Yes, yes. So we'll turn the music back up, enjoy this course, and we'll keep the night going. I really, really hope you're enjoying this course. It looks delicious.
Hello, when was the last time you saw 20 pounds of local, organic Colorado cherries? Get out of here. You didn't see these. They're gone. They're done. Somebody already bought those babies. too late on that one because it is local season here in Colorado. There is all kinds of crazy good food. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? Easter egg radishes right there, baby. Easter eggs. Who are we? Where are we? We are at Growers Organic in Denver, Colorado, showing you tasty local vittins. Look at this. Spring onions. When was the last time you threw some of those bad boys on a grill? Everybody needs some grilling onions. It's that time of year. We've got red, we've got yellow, we've got radishes of 5 different flavors. Oh, wait. Hello. It's Tom McCracken at Green Earth Farms. Some killer frisee. Check it out. We're here all year long, 363 days of the year. We're working. www.growersorganic.com, Facebook Growers Organic, and Instagram feed. Check it out. You see these big boxes from Rocco's? Local cabbage with the wrapper leaves on it. Gotta love it. What do I see? What do I see? Oh, look at these. Look at these babies. Look at that. That is a French breakfast radish right there. Wait a second. Is it time? Is it time? Do you eat one? Yes, you eat one. But we do have some local apricots. Do you like my apricots? These are Rainier's. Wait, you got to see Berg Harvest Farm on our road trip. So we're rocking it out. Like I said, we're at Growers Organic, showing everything local. Everything is love here. Wait a second. Oh, look at those local mushrooms. Who's got that? Who needs that? So, hey, we're just having fun. We're at Growers Organic. We're showing the local goods. I'm stealing some of my own raspberries. Don't tell my boss. From Morning Fresh Dairy. Hey, Brian, can you go grab me a bag of Bow and Arrow local white cornmeal? Oh, as a matter of fact, I have it right here. What about our friends? What about Osage Gardens? Oh, can I get a pound of oregano? Yes, you can get a pound of oregano. Where do you think you are? Young pea greens. Look at that. Here at Growers Organic. Check it out. Come on down anytime you want to come down because we've got Rancho Duranzo, my friend Thomas Cameron, Berg Harvest, the Thievers. We've got peaches from Black Bear. We've got everything that is local. Oh, and Big Beast juice. Jay, can I get you a juice? It's a pomegranate lemonade, locally made right here in Jay Parker's hands. Can somebody grab me a big old fat bag of basil? Nice. Oh, yes, it is. Rocky Family Farm. You gotta love that. Do you want poblanos? I've got the poblanos. Do you want, oh, is that a cayenne pepper? Ooh, that is a spicy pepper. That's right, folks. What we love to do at Growers Organic is have fun, and we love to hang out with our local farming friends. I want to thank all those people for doing organic. So just remember, go organic with Growers Organic.
was going to say, I will promise to support another one of these in a little bit way. So, things on the I'm not going to be able to say anything. I don't want to fall that murder guy. That guy, that's a Zach Brown murder. I mean, that's a good guy. This is a great thing. I'm in Texas, or somewhere where we and two other people. Right. Anyway, yeah, we will definitely keep supporting this thing. It's just way cool. Thanks, man. We're glad you're having a good time. It's good.
I don't think so. He just said he didn't have time. This is Andy.
Should we wear gloves? Should we not wear gloves? That's good. That's good, Wow, wow. How was it? Was it delicious? It looked delicious. Did you enjoy it? Good, good, good. Okay, as we continue here in Studio Kitchen, we roll on to the third course, and we have chefs to introduce, and we have other local purveyors. One of the people that's not here tonight, but he is usually always here, he invented produce. His name's Brian Freeman. So sometimes I have to remind myself why I love Colorado. It's not often that I have to do it. As a 47-year-old native of Colorado, Cherry Creek to be specific, there was no mall when I was a kid. Just these communities that are growing up. And as we have an influx of new people into this state, I always have to take a moment, and I like to go outside in the summertime, about this time of night, and look at the sunset on the Rocky Mountains. And it is so beautiful outside right now, you guys, that maybe take a moment to remind yourself after I tell you the agriculture in Colorado is amazing because we have peaks and valleys and plains, and the farmers and the ranchers and the people that work in this state have to figure out what this land can do for them and their farms. And it's not an easy thing to be able to do. But we go on a road trip every single year, myself, Jay, and Brian, and we source some of the best ingredients in my estimation. And we bring them back here to tell the stories. And that's a lot of what you're experiencing tonight. So I just would like to have everybody kind of pay their homage right now and just give it up for Colorado and all that we have to offer. It's so amazing. Truly a state that we should all just take a deep breath and behold any chance that you get, because we're very lucky. So as we go into harvest right now, and again, Brian's not here, I always say he's the man who invented produce. He's probably out inventing something right now, produce-wise. But the two and only Spencer Lomax from Growers Organic is here with us tonight, and I'd like to bring Spencer up here right now to talk about this great produce that we have. Spencer, thanks, man. Here we go.
So much. Thank you, Greg, and the whole crew here. I'm so proud to be here, proud to work with Growers Organic, proud to work with growers to be a vital link in the food chain between our farmers and ranchers and the chefs and retailers here in Colorado, so that produce and all that hard work can reach the consumer and the restaurant guests. So super proud to be here. And just super proud to be able to have supported this meal with some of that hard, the hard work and the labor of those folks involved in growing that produce. One vignette tonight I just want to tell, focus an homage to peaches that were so wonderfully prepared earlier. Last night, on my way home, I had to run through the big box store to get some groceries for the family. And I grabbed what I thought was a box of organic peaches. When I got home, I got some good, beautiful looking peaches, and I looked at the box and they weren't the organic peaches I thought I was buying. And I looked and I read closer and it said, may be treated for freshness with food grade petroleum and or wax based product, including 3 words I can't pronounce and I don't know what they are, right? And so tonight, what you ate tonight, on the other hand, came from Brian and Rebecca Cox at Black Bear Orchards in Palisade, Colorado, and were lovingly prepared and put on your plate here. And so it is our goal that we can have eminently traceable and healthful and chemical-free produce to serve to our chefs, to our guests, along with other local grains, dairy, produce, and even meats. So that's what we do at Growers Organic, and we're super excited to be here, part of this dinner series this fine evening, night 7. Thank you, Greg.
Yes, Spencer Lomax, Growers Organic. It's not a joke when I tell you, as we go to these farms across the state, that a lot of the farmers, when they see Brian Freeman, they're so thankful, because a lot of the times the big conundrum for farmers and ranchers is, how do I bring my product to market? And that's a very interesting proposition. But when you have somebody like Brian Freeman and Spencer Lomax and the gang from Growers Organic, they bridge that gap between the farmer and the end consumer, and they bring you all this great produce. We can't thank Growers Organic enough for the work that they do here in Colorado. So thank you guys for everything you do, and Spencer Lomax. Yes. Okay, the bread tonight. I always say that the center of the plate is bread. I mean, Jesus would say it too. Truly. Here's the deal. I always grade my sandwich by how good is the bread. Is the bread fresh? Bread can either make a dish or spoil a dish. Her name's, where is she? She's up. All right. Hollis Casey. She's from Aspen Baking Company. In my estimation, the best in Colorado, the best from Colorado and beyond. Hollis Casey, come on up here and talk about Aspen Baking for a moment. Let's hear for Hollis Casey.
I just have to ask, did everybody like the ciabatta tonight? So I just want to say thanks to our chefs tonight. You guys are awesome. Everything tastes incredible. The Modern Eater, you guys always invite Aspen. You guys are always so kind in having me here. I think for me, I personally, this is my favorite event that you guys do because I'm on the vendor side, and when I meet with the chefs, it's business, and I'm selling them bread. And so I think I like this because it's a little bit more intimate, it's a little bit more personal, and I get to feel a little bit closer to them. I've been coming to the Modern Eater for a little while now, and we go back, Rich and I, we actually use his tortillas at the bakery. So a little bit about Aspen. We are the largest fresh bakery in Denver. We do all the breads and pastries for 800 restaurants and hotels in Denver. Yep, and everything is made the day before for next day, and it's all natural. It's really quite a production. If you're ever in Stapleton, that's where we're located. Come by, take a tour. We're in the original commissary building for the Stapleton Airport. I've worked with Brandon. We do bread for the Marriotts, the Sheratons, View House, the Cherry Cricket. They just won the Denver Burger Battle on our burger bun, on our brioche bun. So when I started with Aspen, I don't think I really knew when they offered me the job that the recruiter reached out to me, and she said, I think we've got a position for you, and it's with a local bakery. And I thought, oh, well, that's cute. I'll give it a try. And I started working there, and they were doing a Five Guys burger. And I was like, oh, so this is a massive bread-producing bakery. And it's pretty crazy when you think about that we're able to do it all the day before for next day. We have 3 different portions. We do bread, we do artisan, and we do pastry. So we have some aspects that we're able to get real handcrafted with it. Artisanal, there's more fermentation, there's things that go into it. But for us, the money is in the buns. We're known for our brioche buns, and I know Brandon knows our bread. We started, so the bakery originally started on sourdough. It's a 94-year-old starter from San Francisco that Jeffrey Nations, the owner, brought back with him. He went to real estate in California, got his real estate license, came back to Colorado, and he went into some deli, and I think he had a sandwich, and he was like, this sourdough sucks. And so that's what Aspen started with, this sourdough. And so the term is called feeding the bitch. So it's a bacteria that we feed every day, and it grows, and it's a fermentation. So that's what we're known for, is our sourdough and our brioche bun. And we distribute in about 10 20-foot delivery trucks. We go up to Vail, we go to Boulder, Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and I'm the director of sales, so I meet with the chefs. So I'm cold calling, or like I'm here at the Modern Eater, building relationships with my chefs or just my local brothers and sisters. And I think that's why I just love coming here so much, because I'm always meeting new people, and it's just fun. And I love these events because it's just different. So thanks for having me.
We love having you here.
Thanks.
I don't know why you looked back to me when you said feeding the bitch. Wow.
Well, I didn't know if that was appropriate. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word.
You're fine. You're fine. But this is what we love. It's all family. It's all community. And you see the stories that we have is what we want to bring you. So that bread tastes better to me. It's Aspen Baking.
Thank you, guys.
And Hollis Casey.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aspen Baking Company. Colleen Ferreira, this is why we do this, right?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this is why we do this.
Local is best.
Local is
always
great.
best.
Yes.
That's where the heart's at. All right, what you're eating right now, I'm going to have them describe the dish, but these are two chefs that have just been dynamite this year. When I got to know them, I can't stop loving them. Chef Sam New, Chef Brandon Becker. I'm going to hand my mic off to you, too. Thank you for being a part of the Colorado Chefs Association. They've already been working with our chefs. I think you were teaching them how to make pasta the other day. That was you. Yeah. Okay. You guys both. So they've already been in the class with our apprentices, with our students, teaching hands-on. And the students to them. They're young. They know what they're doing. You guys are just dynamite. What are we eating right now?
This here is a chicken margarita. It's kind of funny to say. That's why I named it that. But it is a citrus marinated chicken breast with tequila pickled carrot and zucchini in the pickling liquid aspec. There is chicken skin salt and a jalapeno watermelon gel.
Talk about the creativity behind this, your inspiration. Chicken. You can do anything with chicken.
Chicken's a blank canvas, for sure. You can do anything with it. So is that better?
Yeah.
Can everyone hear me? Perfect. Jake, thank you so much. So kind of what we like to do with our dish inspiration is take something classic and familiar and something that everybody's had and completely reinvent it. So we got paired with chicken. Redbird is our sponsor. Redbird is a local company, and we're like, well, we don't usually work with chicken because, again, it's a blank canvas. It's something that we have to completely add everything to, as opposed to, we love working with lamb and rabbit and more interesting proteins. So chicken, believe it or not, was kind of a challenge for us. So we like to take something, like a margarita. I mean, we go out to eat pretty often for inspiration too, and I had a watermelon jalapeno margarita recently, and it was amazing. So I was like, oh, why don't we just do that? So then we take the chicken.
Don't you love that? Why don't we just do that?
Yeah,
That's what chefs do.
It's easy. Like
I want your brain. Share that with me.
So we're like, well, what are the elements in a margarita, and how can we turn that into a savory entree dish? So we have the chicken skin salt, which we went to the Spice Guy. It's a local purveyor here in Aurora. They're in Aurora?
Yep, Aurora.
Yeah, they have a whole blend bar. It's a whole wall setup of mason jars. Have you been? You should go. It's amazing. It's mason jars. Yeah, it's just a wall full of spices, and you can build your own blends. So we went in and just had a field day. We were like kids in a candy store. So we rendered out the chicken skin and, made the salt mixture and blended it all together. So it's, these little simple things that make a lot of sense when they're together that we can break down into different elements.
Did you ever think a spice blend would be blended specifically for you and your taste buds?
Yeah.
That's service.
Just for the garnish.
Oh my gosh! Just for the just for a garnish.
Just the garnish. Yeah.
Thank you guys for your creativity, your love into the dish. You guys put so much into everything you do. The perfection on the plate, you see it there. I want to go eat Redbird chicken. You know what? They donated the chicken for tonight. We love working with Redbird. I think Colorado chefs choose to use Redbird, raised without antibiotics, cage-free. They've worked with us and the chefs for years, and if you've had Redbird, if you've had other chickens, some people can taste the difference. I know I sure can, and I would always source from Redbird in our house, in our simple household. And I know chefs prefer Redbird. Sustainable. They work with family co-op farms, so enjoy. I hope it tastes good.
Cheers. Testing.
Thank you, guys. Sam and Brandon. Story. So, as we've gotten to know each other and the Colorado Chefs Association bringing us new friends, Sam and Brandon, this is absolutely the truth. Last year, this is how we've become family. I don't like the holidays. I don't like Christmas. I don't like Thanksgiving much. I don't like the pressure of all of that. But last year, we had Misfit Toys Land kind of right here in the kitchen. Sam, Brandon, Sam's family, her lovely daughter, your son as well, were here with us, Brandon. And these guys started to get to know each other. Since then, a lot has happened. These guys are in love. They're chefs from this family. It's great to see it. And it is so fruitful to be able to see how we're all growing together and to see the storylines develop. These guys are powerful, just one standing alone, but together they're the power couple here in Denver, Colorado. And Sam and Brandon, they have such a bright future, but I can't say enough about them. These guys are so great, and we're so lucky to have them here with us tonight. And thank you, Sam and Brandon. Don't give her the look like that. It's great. Okay, so the dish is done. Okay, we talked throughout that whole dish. Sorry about that. We'll turn the music. Gigi, you be quiet. That's what kind of, yeah, you're here in the family right now. So we're going to get this next dish out. We're going to introduce you a new man to the state. Chef Michael Pumpan is here with us. Yeah, he's got his little daughter here with us and his wife. We'll introduce you to the chef next right here in Studio Kitchen, Colorado. That was.
Yeah, that's new in the version that just came out. Well, Brad, 30 seconds. I know. Yeah. Mics are all off. This one's off for ambient noise. About 30 seconds. Okay. Just an octave. What do you think of this crazy stuff, right? It's pretty neat. I like it. Oh, no, I know. Daniel. No, probably not. So, you just smile.
guys did a good job. It's hard to get a good gluten-free on.
So we poured a little earlier, and then thinking that it was going to be dressing, we gave them a little bit more to make sure that they don't stand.
I think a couple of good
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
I'm Dan with Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Welcome all of you out there at the Modern Eater Summer Dinner Series. I just wanted to showcase our shop here, located at 2485 North Federal in the Sloan's Lake, Jefferson Park area of Denver. It's an all things barbecue shop, so we've been around for about 2 years. Got a little bit of everything in the shop to satisfy all your backyard grilling needs. So walking in the shop here, carry everything from sauces and rubs, wonderful ingredients to add to your grilling experience, all different types of fuels. So we've got some Rockwood charcoal, we've got some Blues Hog, as well as some briquettes. Right now we're rolling past our one of our most popular lines, the Yoder Smoker. We have a Yoder here at the Modern Eater, the charcoal cooker that the chefs will be using for the summer dinner series. We also carry their pellet line. Rolling back in here to the back of the shop, that big green egg, similar to the one you see here at the Modern Eater. That's the XL, does a great job of grilling and smoking. Rolling back into our gas grill line, as well as our Memphis. So the Napoleon gas grill line here, fantastic gas grills, built-ins as well as carts. We got all different sizes, everywhere from 4 burners to 6 burners to 8 burners. They've got an infrared on there, rotisserie, really high-quality cookers for your backyards. Strolling across the shop here, we got a little grill grade decal from our friends down at 210 Steel. Gateway drum smoker, if you're looking for something a little bit hotter, a little bit faster. Sets in nicely at about 300 degrees, whether you're hanging ribs, chicken, brisket, or pork. Bottom line is we got all kinds of cool stuff here at the shop. Backyard guys turned competition guys turned caterers decided to follow our passion and open up a kick-ass store here, like I mentioned, at 25th and Federal. We've also got an awesome meat cooler in the back, all different types of some locally sourced meats. Chef Justin Brunson opened up his new company, River Bear. So we got their sausages, their Texas hot links, their bacon, as well as some Duroc spare ribs, some Duroc pork butts, as well as some Midland Meat Company beef, some delicious Wagyu crossed with some Angus, delicious cuts of strips, some ribeyes, some plate ribs, some ground beef, anything basically for you guys to throw on your smoker, your cooker in your backyard. So in summary, a one-stop shop for all your needs. So stop by, see us. We're open here 7 days a week, 10 to 6. We'd love to chat.
Okay, you guys, as you enjoy this main course, looks like a lot of you have it. How does it look, you guys? How does the main course look? Pretty good? Oh, goodness. It looks perfectly done. We're going to bring the chef up, and we're going to bring the lamb producer up. How cool is that? Oh, no, he's like, as soon as I'm done eating, you're not off the hook. Take that one bite. Without further ado, Just up north a little bit outside of Greeley, Colorado, it's Harper Feeders and Harper Feeder Farms. Mike Harper's here with us tonight. Come on up here, Mike. You can't get away. He's like, I want to eat my course here. This lamb is delicious. Would you guys agree? All right. I know. Have they gotten a bite yet?
Just make sure they like it before you.
I know. I think they really love it. Mike Harper, we got an opportunity to meet you last year this time for the last summer dinner series. We fell in love with the farm, your family, what you do, and just the opportunity to visit the ranch was fantastic. But I'd like you to have the opportunity to give about a minute on what in the world is Harper Feeder Farms.
Well, thank you, Greg. And Jay both came up. I enjoyed both you guys. And Colleen, thank you for having us tonight. My wife and I both appreciate the invitation. This is awesome. And this is something that I was talking about at the table, that we're so engaged in what we do, feeding lambs day to day. You know, we run those trucks around twice a day. We're reading bunks at 5:30 in the morning. We get home at 5 o'clock at night. And seldom do we make the time to get out and mingle and visit with people about what we do. And you guys are a great vehicle and a great tool to convey to people what it takes to produce food and fiber for the industry and for agriculture. So thank you for having us. I hope everybody enjoys their lamb this evening. These guys cooking fantastic. What a tremendous job these chefs do. And I can't say enough about the fact that these are the guys that are going to draw this product from us as domestic producers. There is a difference between imported and domestic lamb. I think tonight, if you're tasting and enjoying the mild flavor of this lamb, that is truly the difference. You're going to find that it's more like a good quality fed steak than a grass fed, which a lot of people like grass fed. I'm not knocking it, but if you truly like a fed beef steak, you're going to enjoy the experience of these lamb rib chops tonight. And the shank, I haven't had a chance to take a bite of yet, but I'm very excited to do that. So enjoy. I'd tell you a little bit, it's so tender because we kind of treat it like Kobe beef, if anybody's familiar with that. My wife gets up and rubs my shoulders every morning before I go to work and feed these animals, and that's exactly why they're so tender. So enjoy.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us.
Thank you, Marianne.
Oh, you had to be the best speaker tonight, huh, Mike?
Mike and Marianne, generous donation of donating the lamb tonight for this dinner. Thank you so much. We just got back, Mike, Marianne, and I, from the Colorado Sheep and Wool Growers big conference in Montrose, Colorado, where we got to hang out with the ranchers, the lamb ranchers of Colorado. This is such an important industry to our state. We are right up there. I think, are we number 2 in the country? Number 1. We are number 1 in the country for lamb production, sheep and wool production, correct? At least lamb feed. Okay, lamb feed is number 1. Production, we're number 2. I'll take it, because we're on the map and people know Colorado lamb, and we want them to know that, and we want them to say, I'm proud to have it on our menu. And I think a lot of our chefs, right, Chef, it's a moment of pride when you can say, I can serve Colorado lamb that was sourced from not down the street, but maybe 50, 60 miles away.
Well, I'm just excited after moving to Colorado how much lamb we sell. It wasn't really a big popular thing when I was in California, but we sell lamb in the restaurants every day and catering and events, and just how much of one of my favorite proteins we serve every day.
Chef Michael Poompan with the Ritz-Carlton in Denver. He is the one who created this fantastic dish, lamb 2 ways. Chef, what did you do with this lamb? It tastes fantastic.
So when I think of lamb, I think of 2 places. I think of Colorado and I think of India. So I took a sheep and I took it to India. So we braised the lamb shank. I talked to the spice guy. I'm like, hey, can you get me a little curry? He brought me like 5 kinds of curry. Did an amazing job. So we put a little curry on the lamb shank, braised it, and then we roasted. And this really cool smoker I just learned about, the Yoder. We did the racks with a little bit of garam masala and this chili garlic. On the bottom is just a sauce, and then traditional Indian dish of aloo palak, which is spinach and potatoes with a lot of spices. Ali.
What are you asking?
Aloo.
Aloo.
Aloo. All right. Aloo palak. We put a little bit of sheep's milk yogurt on top of it. And the salad is everything that is usually in a mint chutney in India. So mint, cilantro, ginger, garlic, shallots. But instead of pureeing it up, we just threw it on top to add a little bit of freshness to the dish. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. It wasn't too much meat. When the lamb people are sitting right there, you gotta like step it up a little bit, right? He
This
walked
is
in the
lamb
door
to
and I'm like,
impress.
I gotta do a little bit better job today. I gotta figure this out. So.
And Colorado potatoes that you're serving to from Strohauer Farms. We love Colorado potato. You know, Colorado grows over 70 different types of potato. Did you know that? I mean, there's more potato, there's more potassium in a potato than there is in a banana. Take that, bananas. Potato Festival coming up September 7th in the San Luis Valley. I know, you're going to it. You didn't know. He didn't know. You're going. No more. I'm so happy that you're here tonight, Chef. Chef Michael Poompan is our new culinary director of our apprenticeship program. And we are
bringing up the next generation, getting them excited about all these products also.
He just moved here about 6 months ago from California. He's not going back. He's staying right here. The students are already looking up to you, so thank you for your dedication to education.
Thank you so much, Colleen. Thank you for being here.
Chef, warm welcome from all of us, and welcome to Colorado. Next time you go to the Ritz-Carlton, just say, I know the chef. I don't know what'll happen, but you can say you know the chef, which you truly do. It's a great night tonight. All of you guys that are here, I hope you got to save room for dessert, right? We have 2 courses of dessert that'll be coming up, and none better than in Colorado. Chef David Lewis will be up from Miet in Chocolat. Come on.
You say it great.
Oh, yeah, we don't know how to do it. And Chef Emma Nemechek will be doing the main courses, and we will also hear from, look at this rock star apprentice. He is now a chef, and he's still doing dishes in the dish pit. We're going to cut him off from dishes as of tonight. And Brandon Hart, I can't wait for you guys to hear from Brandon Hart. This is an exemplary guy that is going to set the standards for new chefs ahead in the kitchen. So I hope you're enjoying the main course. Let's keep it going right here at Studio Kitchen Colorado. And Chef Michael, what a great job on this main course. Thank you, sir. Dessert will be coming out soon.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Hello. How was that, you guys?
Oh my gosh.
Did you save room for dessert?
2 desserts.
Okay, you guys. First of all, thank you. And I wanted to ask you, Colleen, what's better than dessert?
Are you really alcohol? Who
All right.
just said alcohol?
Here's the question. What's better than dessert? 2 desserts.
2 desserts.
2 desserts, Colleen.
Thank you. So
And we have 2 of the best, and they're Colorado Chefs Association chefs. Wow.
when it comes to dessert, these 2 right here to my left, Chef Emma Nemechek, Chef David Lewis, are the epitome of dessert. They define what dessert is. Their creations, long before I even joined the culinary industry, I knew about these 2 and I heard about these 2, and being able to work with them, you get to see the magic that they can create. These are masterpieces, edible masterpieces, that once you have the dessert, you can't go back. So you're going to be visiting them at the Omni, at David's shop. You're at Stanley Marketplace and so many others now. Where else are you at? There we go. And I'll let them tell you all about that. But thank you guys for being so dedicated to not only dessert, but to our program and to our chefs. They really look up to you. I know I get emails all the time. I want to learn from them. You have so much to teach our students and all of us. Thank you for creating fabulous desserts tonight. And first up, we have David's dessert. Sure.
David Lewis's
David
desserts
Lewis.
coming up. But Colleen, you need great products to make great desserts, right?
So when you think of dessert, I always think of something sweet. Could be something savory, maybe. But you always need
Dairy. Yes.
Cream, milk, eggs. What better place to get that from? Royal Crest Dairy. Scott Jones, please come up here.
Scott, please come up.
Scott is so generous to donate so much dairy for this evening. And Scott, when you see that Royal Crest truck going through your neighborhood and on your porch, this is the guy that makes the magic happen. Make sure that you get that milk every day.
Thanks, Colleen. And I got to thank Jay and Greg for Studio Kitchen Colorado. This is cool. You know, this didn't have to be here. You guys just thunk it up. You thunk it up, and here we all are. You know, that's what's so cool about it, you know. Yeah, so anyways, but thank you guys, Colleen, and we're really proud to be part of the Chefs Association. David and Emma, wow. I haven't even had it yet, but I get it.
I know.
I was at the golf tournament. I got to taste your, woo. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah. I'm not going to give you a long-winded explanation on what Royal Crest Dairy is all about, unless you want to hear it. Anyways, no.
Wait, who hides their keys in the Royal Crest Dairy box?
Yeah.
I do. I mean, that's the logical place to hide your keys, right? Yeah.
Or you have your cat sitting on
There's
top
a million
of it.
uses for it. And you can actually put milk bottles in there, too, I heard, you know.
Oh, is that what you can do?
Apparently.
This is a legacy brand here in
Legacy
Colorado,
brand.
you guys. I mean, geez, to have these guys here with us and supporting all of these great people, the chefs, the Colorado Chefs Association, the apprenticeship program. I mean, come on, Scott, let's hear it for him so much.
You know, it's funny. This month we took a little leap of faith and we said, you know, I thought of it, a harebrained idea, but I guess it worked. We're selling Palisade peaches door to door. I mean, delivered to the door. It was like we couldn't keep up. I mean, we did keep up, but unbelievable. And as we had the dessert earlier, or not the dessert, but the salad was made with Palisade peaches earlier.
Now
So
that's
incredible.
funking it up right there.
That's fun. Yeah, that's edgy. Anyways, no, we've we're the 92-year-old startup company, and but we're about half door to door, which I'm sure some of you out there have a Royal Crest milk box on your porch, and if you don't, you need to get one. And then the other half is business to business. So we do a lot of business with some of these chefs right here. A lot of white tablecloth. We're in Sprouts. We're in Whole Foods. We're hospitals, hotels. So we're it's amazing, we're about 50-50 wholesale and home delivery. But any rate, proud to be part of this whole gig. And I will say I wasn't really hip to this gig until tonight. So I'm soaking it in here.
Soak it in. And I want to put this into perspective. So before we had, drone Amazon delivery, before we had the 2-hour grocery delivery, you had the traditional milkman. And that still exists here in Colorado. It doesn't exist everywhere. And for Royal Crest to be keeping to their name and keeping to that family mission, that's really cool, guys, to have that in a community like ours. So when you see that box, know it's iconic and know that there's tradition and there's love, and a family company behind that supports chefs all throughout the state. You don't have that everywhere. And these guys are the original milk delivery guys, right, in the country. So thank you, Scott.
Well, thank you. I can't say it any better. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, without further ado, we want to welcome Chef David Lewis, and the desserts are going to be going out. Chef, talk to us about your creation, talk to us about your company, and about everything that you do, because we sure love you. As I'll say,
All right, folks, we have Mieti Chocolat. We opened our first retail spot in the Stanley Marketplace almost 3 years ago. Now we have a spot at Broadway Market as well as a production facility where all of our chocolate production comes out of. So we started really small. We're starting to get a little bit bigger, so we like that. So tonight's first dessert round, we did a lemon goat cheese cheesecake, and then that's topped with a little bit of cracked black pepper, and then on the side is a salted walnut crumble. So just walnut butter and sugar baked. This whole thing is gluten-free if anybody's on that route. And then we did a blueberry gel to go along with it, and then just a little colorful chocolate garnish there. Yeah, that's about it.
He brings out the fat kid in all of us.
Oh,
I mean, truly does. I can't stay away from this
I've been
stuff.
working on this thing
I
for
know.
a while.
And listen, you lost it, I found it. That's okay. But tonight is a night of celebration. This is a truly great dessert. I hope you all enjoy this dessert. We're coming up on dessert number 2, and Chef Emma Nemechek has a special surprise, but the lights may be off during this next dessert.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, everybody's in here except, everybody's an adult except one person. I don't know, you might have to close your eyes during the next dessert because we're having that next. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
There he is. David Lewis, Miette et Chocolat in the Stanley Marketplace in Broadway Market.
some ours isn't popping up because we're connected to it. No, I know, but I don't see the. I don't even see the device.
I have to put it in pairing mode. Button. Very nice.
flambe the whole thing. We're going to turn the lights off. So it should be discoverable in a second here.
We got to undo that one?
No, that doesn't. If this page is. No, she's on music. Play it.
Colleen? Look at this, Colleen. We haven't had this kind of attention the whole night. This is fantastic.
You know what? I'm thinking of a caption for this video or picture, and all you need to say is, because ... Emma Nemechek. This is who she is, ladies and gentlemen. She is a master. She is, oh my gosh, what is she doing?
We're going to black out here.
Okay, we're blacking out. Here we go.
I feel like we need stadium music. Do we have some? Emma comes with her own music as well. She wants it louder.
Louder, please. It's getting there. Higher, louder. Oh, it's done.
Here we go. Good stuff right there.
Your dessert is literally on fire.
That was fire, right? Let's hear for Emma Nemechek.
I'm going to have Emma come up here once she can take a quick break. Emma, your inspiration behind this and lighting stuff on fire, that's kind of fun, isn't it?
It is fun. So our sponsor, Simplet, so they have the product that I use. It's Simplet Flame Roasted Apples. So I'm like, flame roasted, I can flambe that apple. So I also did apple pie ice cream. I put the apples in the ice cream, so it's actually real apple pie chopped up and then made it into an ice cream. So there you go.
Have you worked with these apples before?
No, it's actually really good. I'm proud that I, was able to work with them. So yeah.
Kind of a neat product to play around with.
Very neat. Yeah, very neat. Yes.
Emma is just such a dynamite chef. If you want to see her at the Omni Interlaken, we love visiting you over there. And if you go there at any given time or day, she's got something in the oven, something that she's crafting. We're always so impressed with the work that you do. Thank you for supporting us.
We love Emma Nemechek.
Emma Nemechek, ladies and gentlemen.
Chef, thank you so much. Colleen, here's that time of night, and this is when we just circle back around. And this is a night that is very much so honoring the Colorado Chefs Association and the apprenticeship program.
And we thank the Modern Eater, your team, you guys, what you do to support all of us and to bring light to our program. That means the world to us. We're such a small nonprofit for those of you who don't really know a lot about us. And our main mission is education and our culinary education program. We have one of our apprentices that has been here this evening cooking, helping in the kitchen. I can't see him. Did he sneak out? He's probably working.
Brandon Hart,
Chef,
still doing dishes.
He's still doing
Chef,
dishes.
no more dishes from you. Let's cut the dishes off. You're done. Chef Brandon Hart, we'd like to welcome front and center to the Modern Eater Kitchen. Chef, I'm going to turn over the microphone to you, but I have to tell you, this is the reason why we do this. In the Summer Dinner Series, once a year, we love to offer all of the proceeds benefit the Colorado Chefs Association and the apprenticeship program. But beyond that, we would like to, in Brandon's honor and the other apprentice, offer another $500 from the Modern Eater to the apprenticeship program. So all of the proceeds that we have, truly, this is, we can't express enough. This is why we do this. And there's a young lady in the corner over here. My heart was so full. Show your card. She has her menu, and she was taking notes tonight. notes on who the products were coming from, how she can get them, and that is the exact reason why we're doing this. Folks like her, folks like Brandon, and all of us coming together. So that extra $500 on top of all the proceeds, I would like to see, did everybody get their $80 worth tonight from their meal? You did? Is there anybody that would offer an extra $50, $20, $100 to this? You do 100? He's a chef from the Chefs Association. That's another $100 from Chef Christopher Moore. Is there anybody else that would like to jump another 100? Thank you, Mike. That means so much to all of us. You have no idea. Sir? 100. That's $300 more. Colleen, talk about where this money goes to.
It goes directly to students like Brandon. We run our own program. We're small. We run everything ourselves. So from, paying for the food that they practice with and they work with to paying for the professors that can teach them all these skills. We take pride in teaching the future chefs of Colorado. So when you know that you're eating out at a good restaurant, you know that we're training that future to make sure that this culinary scene stays alive, stays vibrant. Brandon has been such a shining star, day one entering our program, so dedicated to this craft. Thank you for your dedication, and thank you for seeing that this industry is worth every second, every sweat, every tear. It is worth it, isn't it?
Wait, we're not going to hear from Brandon until we have another $100.
Sorry.
You got $100? Thank you so much. That's $400 we just raised now from that. It means so much to us. Back here, Dustin, he's got a crisp one. That's $500, you guys. You have no idea how much that means to all of us. And for you to all join us here tonight and be a part of the family, this money is come. Wow. I mean, truly, just wow.
Just right to, okay.
Yeah, just right to the bank. Give it to her. So $500 extra. If you guys, and I don't want to put you on the spot anymore, if there's ever an inclination to where you'd like to contribute to a cause, I'd encourage you, the Colorado Chefs Association and the apprenticeship program, it's so worth your time, your money, and being able to be a part of this community, Colleen, and that's what this is all about.
Thank you guys for believing in us.
And we just got the money to be able to hear from you, Brandon. Look at what this crazy guy did. He believes in this so much. At the end of the day, he put a tattoo on his wrist of the ACF. Show him. Show him. Brand new. It still has the saran wrap around it. That's the ACF badge right there on his wrist because Brandon Hart. First of all, let's hear it from Brandon Hart. Get up, you guys. Come on. This is what this is all about. Stand up, you guys.
Brandon just passed his certified sous chef exam.
Thank you for all of your service. I'm going to step out of the way because this is a moment. Brandon, I'd just like for you to talk to these guys and say how much all this means to a guy like you.
He's graduating next Tuesday night at the Manor House in Littleton.
All righty, all right. They make me do this every time. And I'm as much prepared this week as I was last week. I know that there's not a lot of people here that are aspiring chefs or students, so I can't speak to them and connect with myself. So I can at least let you know like where I'm coming from as a student chef. And thank you, and what it means to me, and where you guys are helping propel me to in the culinary world. And I am really appreciative. I'm really grateful that I could be here. And if you didn't know, I'm a volunteer. I'm not getting paid to come and hang out today. I'm washing dishes because it's part of a bigger picture to me. Yeah, it's part of the job. It's part of a bigger picture to me of what I believe in and what I expect from the industry. You know, what I expect from other people that are in the industry as well, those standards. And I couldn't be more grateful to be here today, you know, to be washing your dishes for free. I'm very excited, and you know, and the fact that you guys are willing to donate money, like that's crazy. I'm blown away, you know, and that you're willing to help our apprenticeship. It means so much to me, and I wish that the rest of the students in my class could be here today and see like what else, you know, how many more people, you know, are, really supporting us. It's great. I don't know any of you guys, but I appreciate all of you. This is awesome. and I wish that I could stick around for a few more years and see where it's taking Jay and Greg and the Modern Eater and what they're doing for the ACF, what they're doing for the industry, and what Colleen is doing. Like, what everybody's here, and it's just really cool. I'm just so grateful to be part of it all, and thank you so much for allowing me to wash your dishes. Awesome. And so much more, so much more. I'm being facetious.
Oh, Brandon, drop the mic, bro. Such an awesome talk from Brandon Hart here tonight. Thank you so much. Colleen, let's close this up.
I just want to say one thing about Brandon really quick. I met him when he was first year. I taught second year culinary apprenticeship for our chapter, and I met him when he was first year. We had the opportunity to do a very high-end 2-night event for BBVA and what's the El Cellar de Can Roca, which is one of the world's top restaurant in the world 3 times, going back to 2013. And Brandon came along and just literally kicked maximum ass the entire time. So what the premise behind it was they reached out to apprenticeship programs and culinary students. So at MSU, so we had 12 students from MSU and 12 students from our apprenticeship program. And out of those 12 students, after 5 days, 6 days, 2 nights of actually plating for 100 people, 15 courses. They selected one from each, one from MSU and one from our chapter. Brandon actually won, and he's going to Girona, Spain, for a 4-month paid internship. That's called dedication to craft, and that's one thing that we want and strive for in our chapter is people have passion and really cook from their heart, because that's what we do. I just wanted to throw that out there, and thank you all of you again for a great evening.
That's a great way to close, Christopher Moore. And Colleen, as we end this magical evening, we still have to recognize a few people. Aaron Shepard, thank you so much for just running these plates and doing a great job. The Jakes from Brews Beers. Look at these guys, the Jakes. All of the chefs of the Colorado Chefs Association, please. Colleen Ferreira.
Greg and Jay and the Modern Eater team, you guys do this. You guys have been doing this for 7 Tuesdays. 8th one's next week. Get your tickets if you haven't already. Thank you
Sold
for
out.
believing in the industry.
Just like
oh,
tonight.
sold. Sorry.
Hey, listen, this is all of us. We're all in this together. We hope to see you very soon. Our house is your house. Come back early and often. Let's be a part of this revolution together. Let's grow this family like we know to do best, because we have to be in this together. This is a community. Let's put shoes on farmers and ranchers, kids' feet, rather than putting another boat in a big corporate yard. And I can't tell you how much we thank you for coming out tonight. But let's hear it for the Colorado Chefs Association. Let's hear it for yourself. And let's just close out this evening. Have a good time. Stick around. We're not going anywhere. Thank you, Colleen.
Thank you.